Okay, hello, Rank Carcass here. I am showing you a house rule we have regarding China. Now, this house rule is based purely, I'm just going to yank this Japanese dude out. Let's say he took that one instead. It shows better the disparity of units. Alright, so there are 3 infantry over there. So these light green guys here I'm showing are the KMT, as per how we play it. So the KMT here, they have all the income minus whatever Japan has, and I believe it totals out to 14 or 16. I can't remember, but it's somewhere around there. And then the CCP only have 2, right? So let's say Japan's come in here and it's taken something. Well, all the warlords align with the KMT. And technically, if we were to do it correctly, these guys would not be here. They would instead be KMT as well. Right? Now, if that's the KMT, what chance do these yellow, and that's what I'm using here, these yellow guys here, these yellow CCP guys have if Japan gets kicked out by either side? They have no chance. They literally have 0 chance to fight against that. All this green, right? So the house rule we've got is when the warlords align, and we just align these two to the CCP. Now, I've tried this a couple times and it works pretty good. It doesn't totally overwhelm anything. The fight against Japan is the same. The only difference is that these 2 territories here put their units in with the in the north usually, and they try to hold this area here along with there, and then this KMT can move freely through the CCP locations and vice versa, right? But this is how it looks after Japan's been kicked out, right? And that does happen, where Japan does get kicked out. Can't remember where that guy was. Now, the CCP have a chance, right? They have a location where they could actually get some Lend-Lease. And since Japan had attacked these guys and activated the warlords, right? The KMT have this 1, 2, the port through Hong Kong and the rail into Guangxi. They have the possible port from the French here in Saigon up through via the railroad, either into Guangxi or Z or whatever, or Yunnan. And they have this 5th way, the port here through the Burma Road. And because Japan, KMT is at war with Japan, a major power, they get a bonus for the Burma Road. So the KMT totally overwhelm the CCP. This gives them a bit of a fighting chance and an opportunity to get some Lend-Lease or income or stay alive a little bit. It also makes logical sense. It's the only location, Xinjiang here, goes from Kashmir here all the way up through this impassable area and connects to 2 Russian territories and 2 Mongolian territories. This location here connects to 2 Mongolian territories and Xinjiang and Communist China capital, right? So logically they all make sense. You could actually give this one to the KMT as well, or the CCP as well, but I find that it changes the balance too much, and then the KMT gets overwhelmed by all these forces that the CCP has, right? And plus the fact that the KMT has these coastal locations here, which is where Japan gets its bonus money from. So Japan's more interested in these money value targets for both the face value of 2 plus the bonus of 1. So this place is worth 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, and 3 to Japan, right? Whereas these places are worth nothing and nothing, and I think this one's worth 1, right? The CCP, however, do get a bonus of 1 for every territory that borders a Soviet or USSR territory. So Mongolia is not a for sure, but if Japan does attack Mongolia, it automatically aligns to the USSR, which makes sense that the Chinese communists would be kind of next door, right? Realistically, it makes sense. So this is basically our house rule, so that the CCP isn't a boring, surrounded, instantly annihilated, a waste of time for Russia. So the player, most of the time, doesn't bother to put any effort into it because it has no real chance. Unless you put so much effort into it, it's insanely not worth it as Russia. This gives them a chance to stand on their own. I mean, honestly, their income is going to be pretty low. They're going to get 2 from this and 3, right? But they get a recruitment roll every turn, so they get a 3 in 12 chance every turn to get a free infantry. Right, they're collecting $3, so they can actually afford to buy 1 infantry per turn instead of 1 militia per turn, or save their money and buy a mountain every second turn. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of how it works for us. And yeah, well, I found it rather fair and equitable. It doesn't give an overwhelming switch to the game. It doesn't change the balance in a negative way. In fact, I've found it only gives the balance a bit of a positive. This way also Japan doesn't just swoop around communist China and leave it alone until KMT are dead and then go at the communists. It is more likely to come up into this side here because they're going to be receiving Lend-Lease units. Russia could be giving them anything, right? So it's not just Yunnan that's a point of entry for here after Japan takes the coast. It's also going to be Xinjiang. All right, so that's it. That's our little house rule. It's worked great, and I highly recommend you guys try it out. Or if you've tried something out that's similar, throw in the comments here some pointers on why you think why what you do is better, or what's the good and the bad of it. Because, yeah, the better we can get this, then the more likely people are to play as the communists. Because this one location here with 2 mountains and a militia at the start of the game, it takes you a long time, making $2 a turn to build anything. All right, and that's only the alignment of the warlords. That's not, don't give them these things from the start, because that's too much. Just if the warlords all align. All right, and yeah, I'm going to leave it there. You guys enjoy yourselves, and if you have any ideas or comments on this, throw them in. I would be happy to see them. All right, thank you very much. This is Rank Carcass. Have yourselves a great day. Bye.